Let's discuss the concept of optimal input combination in this video, and we will work with the example of capital and labor in the case of firm production. So we have two inputs that we can vary, so we're speaking about the long run production, that's capital and labor. And suppose we have a budget of $100 to invest in either of them. Now, the way we had in a consumer behavior a budget of $100 to spend on apples and bananas to maximize our utility is the same way we have $100 now for a company to produce certain products with capital and labor to maximize production, to maximize the value that they get out and they can sell on the market and make most money. Keep this analogy in mind, it's going to be the same intuition. Now suppose also that we have the interest for using capital at $1 and then we have a wage that we pay for the labor of $2. Let's work a bit with the math to understand the line, because we can see it's a line. This green line is going to be the budget line that we're talking about. The $100, if we invest only in capital, we'll have this following intercept. We can buy at most 100 divided by 1. 100 divided by the interest of 1, which is 100 units of capital if we only invest in capital. With the same logic, if we only invest in labor, we would be able to buy 100 divided by the wage of 2. 100 divided by 2 gives us 50 units of labor, 50 employees to hire at most if we spend nothing on capital. Now, the green line shows us the possible combinations for this budget line. So these are going to be all the possible combinations of capital and labor given that we keep the budget line at $100, just like we had the budget constraint in the consumer behavior. Now, the way to name this budget line in the case of firm production, we call this the Isocost. So this is our Isocost line. Isocost line, and the reason is because ISO means, let's say, the same level of cost, the line that shows the same level of cost, in this case $100, given that we pay $1 for the interest of capital and $2 for the wage. And again, this would be the following intercept, which would allow us maximum capital or maximum labor. Now, let's leave it like that for this video. In the next video, we'll see how this relates to the actual production of the firm, because this is just the inputs, this is just the expenses that we incur, but we have to optimize them to balance them to the actual output, to the production that we want to get.